Hi guys, just want to share my story about my neck issue that happened about 18 months ago. One morning, uh, around that time, I think it was October, late October or early November, I woke up in the middle of the night to searing pain in my neck. I was after sleeping in this position, obviously a compressed side wall of a disc slash nerve. It was a little bit unclear at the time, but one thing I was for certain, there was a ridiculous amount of pain. And over a couple of days, like all the muscle tissue in the back of my arm started wasting away. I started feeling this fizzling, burning sensation through muscles in my shoulder, neck, and arm. And then, it took about 2 or 3 weeks for the pain to settle, and I was doing my physio bits and keeping my neck going. I knew that there was a nerve compression issue going on there, so it didn't matter what I was trying to do to alleviate the pain. It was giving me temporary relief, and the guys here were great. I was fortunate to be able to get 4 or 5 sessions a week, very small, short sessions to give me relief every day, a bit of relief every day, so I was able to keep working and so on. But the most important thing was maintaining the little bit of muscle function I had around the arm to keep the muscle bulk there. I was using like stim stuff around that to keep that ticking over, and gave myself light exercises to do to keep everything working and keep that nerve muscle connection active. Okay, so what happened at that point, I measured my strength between my left tricep, because it was primarily tricep, my left tricep and my right tricep, and the difference was I could do 12 kilo extensions in this position, and I could do 1 kilo extensions 3 times on this side before it was absolutely goosed. So I'd gone back to that level where I could do 5 12 kilos on this one before feeling any bit of fatigue, and 3 1 kilo repetitions on this side in just that one movement. Now, there were lots of other positions that were very, very weak. I couldn't push a heavy door in front of me. The whole elbow would buckle, so I lost the stability through my elbow as well. And that was very uncomfortable insofar as it wasn't very reassuring, you know. So there's a lot of funny stuff that have knock-on effects that you forget about, you know. And even as a physio, you need to, this helped me like bring these things into my treatment with my patients then as well, to make sure that we're addressing all those and that I'm aware that I'm on the same page basically. So then over the course of the next couple of months, we lined up a spinal surgeon just to make sure everything was okay there. They advised, they said, look, you're recovering slowly and you're in that percentile of the population that's recovering, but albeit very slowly. You may or may not need surgery, but it's definitely, we chose not to go there at that point in time. And I was happy, more than happy to exhaust all conservative options, i.e. physio, rehab, exercise every single day. And then I was just doing my normal routines and my movement classes, bit of gym, and using my light dumbbells and bands at home, just keeping it going. Small exercises when I was in the car, when I stuck at traffic lights using TheraBands, just keeping a small bit of activity going very regularly all the time. And then thankfully the muscle function started improving, and I started getting a little bit of that muscle size back there. It started slowly coming back, you know. During that process, I also got a nerve conduction test done to make sure that the nerve, that was a bit earlier on, I must say, to make sure that the nerve muscle connections were there. And the nerve conduction studies showed that they were there. They weren't the original ones, but there were new ones reconnected back, because the neurologist knew by the sequence or the sign of the frequency on the dial, that the nerve conduction wave or the sinus wave was consistent with regenerating nerve tissue, which was also positive, and that's a slow process. So we were on the right track anyway. That gave me lots of solace and reassurance that we were going well, although I could feel it in my body. It was nice to get the opinions from the different professionals. So we had a fully informed plan, and I was fully committed then to that process. So this is the same ways that we treat people in the clinic, that we use all the resources to hand, so we make a fully informed decision, and that we double down on the process. So now I'm back, we're fast forward to 18 months later, and I'm back playing a decent level of squash again, thinking about going back playing a bit of racquetball, which is all that side, very much, you know, that's my playing arm. That's where I mean my accuracy, and I need to be able to repeatedly crank and hit the ball accurately all the time. You know, it's still not perfect. Now I am coming back from a couple of years off as well, so there's that overlapping element as well, that I'm a bit rusty, and that's all grand. But we're getting there. So it's been an 18-month process, and some people go through longer processes. And you know, the last time here, I'm not here looking for sympathy or anything like that. I'm just explaining the intricacies of the process to help other people in a similar situation, to show that there's a step-by-step method to everything you should be doing. I got lots of treatment from the guys in here. We've done a lot of in-service trainings around rationalizing getting specific with the exercises, getting very specific with the treatments. So there's been a lot of that. And I understand it, so it's not a big threat to me. I know I understand the process and everything. For some people, that is not that easy. It can be very daunting. It can be expensive process as well. So that's why we try and support that in whatever way we can, through simple exercises, supported exercises in gym or in class, to follow that step-by-step process to get you out the other end. So for me, I'm back playing. I'm about 85-90% of the way there, and there's another 10% that I'm going to get. It might take another 6 months to get it, but I'll get there. And I just need to set some little targets there to achieve those things, to keep consistent and keep etching away at it. So that's the final message. Keep etching away. Once you trust the process, double down on it, commit to it right to the end. And even after 6 months, if I just get 5% better improvement after 6 months, that's a result. I'm happy with that. But it's making sure that you stick with that. So if you have any questions about this kind of neck problem, give me a call. I'll be delighted to help you out.